Recording. Recording. And recording. Hi. Can you tell that I'm a film student? So, I want to preface this with 3 things, okay? 1, my hair's a little bit wet. I just got out of the shower. Deal with it. 2, I'm on a time crunch, okay? For a couple reasons. 1, the sun is going down. That's the obvious one. 2, I've been wanting... Shut the fuck up. 2, I've been wanting to do this the entire summer, and I'm leaving next week, so I need to get this video done pronto. 3, it's 9 p.m. and I work at like 6:30. Like I have to wake up at 6:30 tomorrow, so I want to get this done so I can go to bed. I actually started filming this earlier, but that fucking camera didn't work with me. I had to go back and charge that son-of-a-bitch. If you die in the middle of this, I'm gonna kill you. Also, when I got here, there was someone smoking. I don't think it was weed or cigarettes though, so I don't know what that was all about. And I don't really give a shit. They just delayed my filming time, and I don't like that. But, to the meat of the video, I used to have a treehouse here. In middle school, I built a treehouse here, where I'm currently standing. The reason that it's not here is because it was destroyed. And also this woods had like a fire and other shit. But I'm here to tell you about my 3 cameras. Yeah, I have 3 cameras. I don't use all of them very often. I mostly use this one, as you might have been able to tell from the video quality, as this one is the one I use all the time. So, I'm going to tell you 3 stories about my treehouse while I tell you about my 3 cameras. I think that's a fun way of doing this. So, let's start with camera 1, the oldest one, and we'll start with story 1, the JVC hand camera. This is what it looks like when it's filming. I want to take you over here. This is what it looks like when it's not filming. Very Blair Witch, as you can see. It gets a very old vibe. I haven't actually used this for a video yet. It uses tape, and I only recently got a thing that can take tape and make it a digital thing that I can work with in my video editing software, so I haven't been able to use it yet. It would have been perfect for that film I made for my film class. I forget. But I do a lot of videos that look like this does, as you may have been able to tell. Like, here's a couple clips right now. Life is... So it would have been useful to have this camera when I was making those videos, but I didn't, and so, I don't know, maybe I'll use it in the future. This one is the lowest battery, so I wouldn't be surprised if this dies in the middle of shooting, but I have this footage right now to prove I predicted it if it happens. So now I've introduced you to camera 1, let me tell you on camera 1 the first treehouse story. This is the story of how I broke my wrist, okay? So the treehouse wasn't really a treehouse. It was a hut that had a roof that you could stand on, and that was enough. So I was standing on the roof of the hut, which I called the treehouse, and I looked over to the side and I was like, huh, that tree has a branch, and that branch looks like I could hold onto it and it could support my weight. I was wrong. So, I reached out, grabbed the branch with both hands, and swung. And on the back swing, the branch breaks, and I fall backwards. I put both hands behind me, because you know, that's what you do when you're a kid and you're trying to catch yourself. And this hand hits a bump dirt, and the hand just goes like this. Broken wrist, right there. But thankfully, I had a friend with me. My neighbor, actually. He was helping me work on the treehouse that day because I forced him to hang out with me because I had no other friends. So, the gist is, he comes around the corner, holy shit, are you okay? I go, I think I fucking broke my wrist. Ah! I'm also crying at this point because, you know, I'm in middle school and I'm in a lot of pain. So I'm like, ah, and he's like, oh shit, oh fuck, sucks. Would you mind if I went home? If I minded, if he left and went home? I am a pussy and a pushover, so I went, yeah, whatever, you can go home. Shut up, I'm filming. And so he left me there, on the ground with a broken wrist. And so I walked back, walked walked my scooter back by draping my wrist over the top of the thing and cried all the way back home. Then my mom was like, oh my god! And then we put my hand in a bowl of ice. And my dad came home and was like, oh my god! And so we went to the hospital, and then the hospital put my arm in a cast for about a month. That made me the talk of the grade for about a week. The funniest thing, this is when my parents actually brought me to church. I hated it. I snuck my Game Boy in all the time, but that's not the point. The only fun day of church was when I had my cast. It had a bounce house. That's why it was fun. And I couldn't go on it because my wrist was broken. And so I hate church. But I hated church before that, so it doesn't really matter. There's so many mosquitoes out here. But yeah, that's story one, and that's that camera. I'm gonna use you as another shot. Hopefully you don't die before I'm done filming this, because it's an interesting camera. On to camera 2! This is the camera that you all know and love. The camera I use all the fucking time, because it's very reliable. I use an SD card with that one. These two fuckers use film. They're so hard to do stuff with. But the point is, this camera is my Sony camcorder. Whoa, crazy. It was my family's vacation camera for the longest time until they got a waterproof one and they replaced it and they gave it to me. And so it's my camera now. It's a pretty average camcorder. It gets the job done. It does everything I need it to. And so it's the perfect camera for me. Man, it's getting dark really fast. I have to do this very fast. Honestly, nothing much else to say. It's reliable. I love it. It uses SD cards. Fuck yeah. From welcome to the internet to my most recent video that I filmed earlier today. And this video, technically, it's filmed every single video that's on the channel right now. I actually filmed with this camera a while ago, but it didn't work out. I'll get to that later. Treehouse Story 2! This is the second story! I'm telling it on this camera. This was the peak of the treehouse. So, we had the hut. We had the roof of the hut, which had become a better upstairs. Then we had this crow's nest somewhere in one of these trees over here that we could stand on a plank of wood and get a really good view of this field, which had nothing in it the whole time. There's nothing to look at. But I wanted to build more shit. And so what I wanted to do was build a bridge from the top of this hut to the crow's nest. And you know what I did? I did fucking that. I did that. That worked. And it carried me, but that didn't really say much, because I was about this fucking big, okay? And that's not saying much either, because I'm about this fucking big, and that's not very big. It carried me across. Great. That means something, okay? I had a bridge. That's so dope to have in a treehouse. It's like an Ewok, but like wood instead of rope. So, to test it, I got that friend from earlier who left me when I sprained my wrist, and I got him to test it, because he was actually a couple grades older than me, so he was more of a test of the actual structure of the bridge. So he started walking across it, I took that as a win, and I went around the corner, and then I heard and I go, oh my god, is it my turn to walk away from him when he's hurt? I come around the corner, he's standing on the bridge. The bridge is like this. This camera picks me up better. The bridge is like this. He's standing like this. He literally, like, he turns to me, and he goes, oh shit! The bridge broke! No shit, the bridge broke. You're standing on the broken bridge. You're standing on the ground. That means the bridge broke. I know that. So the gist is, the bridge broke. And I don't really think I ever really got around to fixing the bridge because of what happened in story 3, which we'll get to after I introduce camera 3. Hello, camera 3! Camera 3 is the most expensive camera I have. I got this camera. The camcorder just died as I was pointing at it. I got that JVC camcorder at a thrift store. I actually got 2 versions of it at a thrift store by accident. I think that version of it got bought for me by one of my friends. Oh wait, no. I got one at a thrift store on purpose, and then I bought a camera bag at a thrift store and I opened it when I got home and it had a camera in it. That probably means I stole the camera. But whatever. I bought it. It doesn't matter now. It's over here. It's mine. It's dead. The Sony camcorder got given to me by my parents, but it's definitely like $200, which isn't something to sneeze at. But this one is a movie camera. Like an actual movie camera. An HVRZ whatever the fuck. I looked it up. That's what people actually use for movies. This hefty motherfucker is the most expensive camera I have. As you can see, it's great. I love it. I haven't used it for anything yet. But, one thing, it can't record audio right now. The audio that you're hearing right now is on this camera. I'm just putting the audio from this camera under this footage from this camera. That camera is heavy. But the thing with this camera is it's also great for cool zooms. Like this. Woo! Oh wait, shit, that's the wrong one. Woo! Zooms, woo! Yeah! That's a tree! The shot might be a bit fucky now, but that's okay, because I'm about to end the video. So, on to treehouse story number 3. The day the treehouse died! One day, I was at my house. It's literally right over there. I'll show, I don't know, actually wait. I'll take out my 4th camera. Well, technically it's, okay, a couple of you might be thinking, well, Nathan, you have 4 cameras. You use your phone as a camera. But I don't count it as a camera. Because it's a phone. That's not its main function. So I don't count it as one of my cameras, okay? So shut up. I'm gonna take a picture. There's a house over there. The picture's gonna show up right here. That is the house I grew up in through most of middle school. So I was on that house's balcony, which, as you might have been able to guess, is able to see this area just fine. And I saw a bunch of people at the treehouse. So I was like, oh my god, my friends actually want to hang out at the treehouse for once. That's new, because most of the time I had to drag my friends here, because my friends usually just wanted to hang out to play the Xbox or something like that. Whenever I was going to be like, hey, let's go on the trampoline or let's go to the treehouse, they went home. It was such a bitch. So, as excited as I was, I bolt out of my house, I run down this path, and you know what I find? I find 4 masked people with sticks that are duct taped to look like hammers, beating the shit out of the wood of my treehouse. They've already broken half of it by the time I got there, so it was basically too late. So all I could really ask them is, what are you doing? So, here is what they said. They're here, beating the shit out of my treehouse. And they say, this is Carson's treehouse. No, it's not. It's my treehouse, is what I say. And they go, oh, we're still gonna destroy it though. And then they kept smashing the fucking treehouse. And that's exactly how that went. They didn't listen to anything I said, I walked home sad, and then I didn't have a treehouse anymore. That's exactly how that went. Carson, by the way, I don't even know if I'm getting the name right because it was so long ago, but I just remember it was a C name and I'm pissed about it. Carson, that's just the name I'm gonna fucking go with, was my bully. He bullied these kids and they took it out on me by accident because they thought it was his house, his treehouse. I'm so pissed off about that still, and I'm 20. But now there is nothing here. There used to be a treehouse here. It got destroyed. That camera's dead. Yeah. The sun has fully gone down now. You can barely see me, even on the camera, who was able to see me the entire time. So, that's where I'm gonna end the video. I hope you enjoyed me telling you this story and learning about my cameras. Bye. Have a nice night. I would say something on that camera, but it's dead now, so bye. Have a nice night. Bye. Bye. Watch more of my videos. Bye. Bye. Like and subscribe. Bye. Bye. Watch other channels that I have. Bye. Like and subscribe. I can't say that enough. Bye.